Okay, it is the July 16th. We're going to do a little recap on some trade activity here that is actually live in the TradeLAB, our trading room, brought to you by RiosQuant Trading Technology. And we're going to talk about some activity that actually took place last night in our workshop. For those of you that attended, this is great. We actually have another video where this trade took place live. And, as I always like to do, I always like to talk about our zones, our levels. And so this is just a nice little map, a little screenshot of all the different levels that we use. Pretty simple, really. Green levels are showing us where the market's bullish and bearish. Anything above the top green level is going to be a bull zone. We have 3 of them: bull zone 1, bull zone 2, bull zone 3. Those red levels, those are critical spots where the market has reached a critical resistance or a critical support. Breaking down a trade strategy I call the box trade, where we basically, you can see those levels in the background, right? We basically are using time and we're using levels to build a box. So here's a box, just built that. Let me now customize that based on time and levels. So the time that we were together last night in the workshop is the Asian session. And one of the prime times to trade is going to be from 8 o'clock, which is military time, 20 down there at the bottom. You can see it. And I'm just going to start this left side of the box based on the second, or the bottom yellow, which is our second level of support, right? And the last one, the red level, which is the last level of support, which we call critical. On the right side, I'm going to use 11 o'clock for the Asian session, which is right over here. And so what we were doing last night is just talking about, hey, one of the markets to trade in the Asian session is copper. Copper is a popular market in that particular prime time. Also the Aussie dollar and the New Zealand dollar. As a matter of fact, 9 o'clock last night, there was Eastern time, 9 o'clock Eastern time last night, there were some reports out of Australia that definitely gave you an opportunity to take advantage of some moves in the Aussie that obviously affects other markets. It's kind of like a domino effect, right? But this was the one in copper that I did live, and I just wanted to showcase that the actual qualification was when the candles were turning yellow, which is neutral, back to weak, which is purple, and that was the qualification happening with not one, but 2 channels that are showing me where the breakdown is in the zone. Now, technically speaking, that's where the first break was. And for those of you that were in the workshop last night, I was kind of like kicking myself and trying not to cuss up a storm because I knew I had missed it, and I had actually seen this about 5 minutes before I started the room last night, but it was too late. The market moved very, very quickly, but then it pulled back up, and it turned back to neutral. I said, hey, Joe, I got another opportunity. I'm going to put this on, and I did put a sell stop in, and I kid you not, shorting at 28.76, this thing fell. I don't even think I could get my last sentence in. It was about 1 to 2 minutes tops. Market fell right down to that last level and then some to the critical support. So that was a $275 trade on a 1 lot that I did last night live in the workshop. And Joe just reminded me of it here while we're in the TradeLAB, and I thought you guys might get a kick out of seeing that for those of you that were not able to attend. Now I'm going to put this back over on natural gas. As luck would have it, I'm probably missing a trade. I've been scouting natural gas since there's an inventory report that we had out about 10 minutes ago. I was looking for an opportunity to sell it. That sell stop opportunity went away. Market rallied up, and I've been waiting for it to come back down. So let's see what it looks like now. And okay, good. I don't feel bad. I was looking to sell this market below this channel here, and right before the report came out, it turned yellow, and I had to kill the sell stop. Well, take a look where the market went. It opened up from the report. It went right up and kissed the first level of resistance. And then on the same candle, it came down and tested. And I was sitting here waiting for this thing to turn purple. It didn't. So no sign of the RQ navigation is what we call it for the different color changes: strength, neutral, weakness. And now that the report has come and gone, market is right back to where it started before the report. So I'm really not interested anymore. Kind of an anticlimactic move, if you will. No consistency continuing forward, and it never did drop down, which is a good thing because no trading sometimes can be good trading, right? So that's natural gas. What else do we have here? Been waiting for gold to give me a test of a level. It almost went up and tested the bear level. Looks like it basically just went up here and tested that high that we had back at 8:30. It's been kind of a topsy-turvy market today. You can see I tried doing a short in the middle of the zone, got stopped out. Did a short below the lower band, small stop out. And I was considering buying it, but that'd be a counter trend trade, buying it right before the bear. Just didn't make a lot of sense. It's actually coincidentally giving me a sell signal right now. But I've been very patient here since those first two. I'm waiting for a close below the lower band. And to be honest with you, we're running out of prime time here. Got about 15 minutes left, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get another trade off in this market. And then the other one, I've been kind of just sitting around and waiting for some action, has been the S&P and the Dow. S&P is just really hugging the inside here, the middle of the zone for most of the session. That's 9:30. We're almost at 11 o'clock, and the market's just not giving us a lot today. It's staying bearish. It's just kind of floating in the middle, and unfortunately, just not a lot of opportunities, trade opportunities in there to go in and grab. The other one that I've been looking at and watching has been the micro Dow. We had a small little winner in there. It qualified again in the middle, went up and tested, actually broke the high of the day, and then it came back down. So it had a little bit of profit in there. It actually went up and tested the neutral trade zone. And the last one I'll just talk about because I think it's the last position that I have. I got about $1,000 on 5 micros open trade equity. This is on a trade that actually established yesterday that I'm carrying over. It's a trade I did in the late afternoon session. And if I got the NASDAQ chart here somewhere, there it is. You can see I'm still holding a stop, and I've adjusted the stop. I've got it right up above the bear level rather. And this is a turbo scalp trade that just continues on. I did a little dollar cost averaging on this trade as it's set up. It was going up against me, and I knew the NASDAQ was going to continue to stay bearish, and I just held on to the trade. And I'm going to try to hold on to this one, guys, through tomorrow's session. I'm not going to move that stop. I will not move that stop until the levels adjust at midnight, just like they did last night. See how the levels adjust? When they do adjust, that's when I'm going to be bringing my stop down. So hopefully tomorrow when you guys come into the TradeLAB, you guys will see that I'm still short, and maybe it'll be more than $1,000 of open trade equity, and we can continue to hold on to this swing trade that I'm still holding on to here. So outside of that, yeah. Say it again.
Can you show your chart, what you got right there, and go back and forth a little bit and point out those retracement markers? They seem to have worked right on the money.
Gotcha. Yeah, why don't you talk about them? I'll circle them and you talk about them.
All right, so we've got a couple double yellow dots and a couple green dots. The yellow dots represent oversold. The green dots, they're markers. They represent potential retracement, and that's exactly what they did. They're fairly accurate. The retracements are fairly accurate, are very, very, very accurate. You can see there that actually both the retracement, the oversold and the retracements worked right on the money, spot on.
Yeah, and speaking of on the money, thanks for that, Joe. Down here at the bottom, guys, is the RQDMS, the Dynamic Market Sentiment meter, and red is going to be risk off, green is going to be risk on. Why is that important? Because it helps us with the correlation of what we're going to trade. So here's the list of logic, and when we're risk on, I like to be long the stocks, short the interest rates. When we're risk off, like we are right now, short the stocks, long the interest rates, even looking for a short opportunity in the dollar. And when we're mixed, which if you see the yellow in the bottom right corner, because of the location of the S&P right now, we might be seeing a small change. I think we need to move a little higher. I saw the Dow that was up in the neutral trade zone, but we go mixed. You want to start looking at gold, crude, gas, and currencies. Of course, we got 15 minutes left of prime time. And speaking of currencies, I was trying to get a British pound trade done. Let me see if it's still in the background here. I can share that with you guys. British pound, do I still have it? I'll pull it up right over here, 6B. Here we go. Yeah, see the S&P? I'll show you two things here. Here's the British pound. And actually, I need to wait for this to turn. Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, I need to wait for it to turn blue. I'm having some beautiful magic happen again. It's happening as we speak. So it is toggling back and forth blue. That's good. So I'm going to keep the buy stop going. And in the upper right-hand corner, in fact, I'll just make this easy. On the very far right, that's the S&P, guys. So the S&P is climbing and attempting to get close to going inside the neutral. That's why you're seeing the yellow down here. So we're risk off and kind of in balance of becoming mixed on our sentiment, which is something that favors this British pound trade. The only thing that's against me right now is time. However, London closes at 11:30, so maybe I'll get a little bit of a push from 11 to 11:30. That's yet to be seen. Anything you want to comment on that, Joe?
No, you're right on. You know, we're running out of
Yeah. All right, and the last thing I'm going to touch on, guys. Oh, you know what? Mark, almost forgot about you, bud. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Pete, still
All right.
hear me?
I can hear you, bud. All right, let's
All right, sounds good.
let's get you on the mic. So, guys, I'm going to let Mark introduce himself. Mark, just give us your city and state, and tell us how long you've been following the RiosQuant trading technology.
Yeah, sure. Mark Evans, down in St. Louis, in the good old Missouri.
Yeah,
And I've
good
been
old
with,
Missouri.
Yeah, Cardinal Nation, like I told you on the email the other day.
Yeah, we can get those boys on the field and start playing,
yeah,
right?
missing that, yeah. But anyway, been with Joe and EP for about a little over 3 months now, trading the RQ way. And this is a trade I took last Monday in the trade room. And after you've been doing this for a while, following the strategy and the rules, this trade, I mean, just popped up pretty much a textbook trade according to the RQ method. It popped up into the second bull zone. See the qualifying candle there that the EP highlighted.
Yeah, I just put the arrow on it. I want everybody to see where it qualified. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And this is a turbo scalp strategy, guys, just so everybody following knows this is what we call turbo scalp.
Right, and closed on the upper band. And so I went long 4 contracts, trading the micros.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see at 26,255. And I was going to scale out two contracts at a time. Went about 75% into the bull zone for my first profit. Took 2 off there and let it run up to the critical resistance there, and decided to take the other 2 off there.
That's awesome.
Did go higher, but I was happy with what I got.
Yeah, the only 2 cents I'll add that in terms of what could you have done better. The only thing for future reference. So by the way, great trade. I mean, awesome. The textbook, like you said, is that next target. Take 1 of 2 off and let the last one run. And then when you get that red, you see there's the obos that Joe was just talking about, the overbought, oversold. That's the sign of a potential retracement. When you get that, because what you're going to do is you're going to take 1 off here, right? Wait for it to close. Let it continue to run. You still got to stop. Have your stop for the last one be where your first target was. So let me just draw a line here. So
yeah, exactly. I was kicking myself for not doing that.
That's okay, because the market ended up coming down, so it doesn't matter. But what if? What if it had continued, right? So here, your first target, have your stop there. So, this is how you have your cake and eat it too. But when you get that, that's when I'm bringing my stop that's here, and I'm tucking it right underneath the level, saying, uh-oh, it's getting ready to retrace. So let me just make sure I have some nice profits locked in and still give it a chance to run. And you would have been stopped out on that bar right there. But it doesn't matter. My point is, I'm just giving you a little bit of advice to how to make a little bit more money. But, dude, you did a great job on the scale out, especially the 75% target. Talk to the folks about something that really has been introduced this year that I think is mammoth for a lot of the traders. I mean, I don't have to use them, but I actually love them because of the leverage. Talk to us about how micros have you actually trading and what you like about them.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I initially going into the trade room, you know, I was just trying to get my feel for the things. You know, over the years, I have to say, I've traded just about everything. Started on FOREX, did that for a few years, limited success. I went to options, you know, penny stocks, and then I found you and Joe somehow, and did my trial week on the in the TradeLAB, and I was sold on the first day. I It's just a strategy that just that is good with me. It's simple, straightforward, follow the rules, and you're going to have over the long haul. You'll be successful trading this method. I can tell you that.
Yeah, Mark, how long do you think it took you to actually have things click and where you felt, you know, comfortable where, okay, this is making sense. I'm applying the logic. I've got the, you know, the turbo scalp strategy down. I'm not sure if you're doing any box trades too, but how long did it take for
Yeah,
everything to start kind of like gelling? Was it a couple weeks, 30 days, 60 days, still there? Like, what's your opinion on that?
I would say it's probably a month.
Yeah.
I traded a simulated account and to start off to get my feet wet, and it just like I said, just following the rules. You know, with all the indicators you got there, the zones, the channels, the RQ Tech, it's all there for you. And if you just put it together, put the logic together, using some good risk management, I mean, it's a winner. That's all I can say. So uh, I'm I'm here to stay, and hope for those of you who are just joined, or thinking of joining, all I can say is I'm a believer. It's worked for me. So uh, like I said, you know, you follow the logic, the strategy, and I think you'll do well.
I love it. And Mark is not being paid. This is not a paid advertisement.
No, absolutely not. No, I'm just being honest. Like I
Yeah.
said, I've traded everything over the years, and I just I was sold on this first day in the TradeLAB.
Yeah, I always find, and thanks for all that, Mark. That's fantastic, man.
Sure,
Really, Rich,
absolutely.
and I thoroughly appreciate everything you had to say there. I find the best traders that I've worked with over the years are those that are open-minded, and they're open-minded and open to trying something new, but it has to click. You know, I've always said that our stuff is not for everybody. Some people only want to trade one market. You know, they only want to trade the S&P. They want to find an S&P day trade system. I mean, you know, there's other folks that, you know, no, I only trade options, or I'm long-term only. You know, I hold the market for 2 to 3 weeks. You know, the reality is we have that now with the stock trading and the swing trades that Joe's introduced. But just trading one market, and I said this in the workshop, and I'll say it again now, you know, why would you hold yourself to live and die by one market? Why wouldn't you opt to trade with a strategy that can be used on any market that's got the double V, you know, some volume and volatility, and I'll show you a system that can produce. But, you know, look at today's sessions. Today's been pretty flat. And if I was living and dying by the stocks today, specifically the Dow or specifically the S&P, uh, you know, I'm struggling today if I'm only living by that market. But I'm glad that you everything clicked for you, and I kind of knew early on that you were a perfect candidate when we first started talking, because you kind of fit the bill for, you know, everything I just described there. So thanks again for coming in, Mark. Super cool for you to share, you know, your success that you've had in just a few short months.
Sure, absolutely, EP. Thank you, and thank Joe too. You guys, like I said, you guys are great to work with, and very helpful. And any questions I have, or trading, like I said, you know, just emailing you some charts, get your get your input on things. But I will say one thing before I get out of here.
Yeah.
Just a tip, as I told you, before you're done trading at the end of the day, make sure you cancel all of your open trades and flatten everything.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of cardinal, that's a cardinal sin if you don't do that.
Yeah, good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I'll remember that.
what he's talking about, guys, is going into your NinjaTrader and making sure you go to the orders and make sure you right-click and hit cancel all orders, and then also go to positions, right-click, and hit flatten everything. Those are the two last things you do before you step over and play cornhole with your friends. Mark is a cornhole champion. You guys didn't know that. Division 1A. All right, awesome stuff, man. Hey, you just bought yourself a seat to our virtual happy hour that Joe and I are talking about doing. So we'll
fantastic.
Make sure we'll keep a bar stool warm for you, Mark.
All right, buddy, I'll be there.
All right, man. That was Mark. Yeah, he's one of our newest members, and he's having a blast. And as I always say, if you can't have fun trading, hang it up. Don't trade. So I'm going to now finish off this recording, and for those of you that are still here in the room, hang with us. We got Joe Rios coming up. He's going to talk to you guys about swing trading. For those of you who want to learn more and find out more, get a 5-day trial going. Very easy to do. Just go over to thetradingroom.com, thetradingroom.com, and this is where you can get signed up for a 5 free-day pass. Wednesdays we have workshops. We'll get you in there as well, so you can actually see a recap, and we'll break things down in slow motion. If you want to watch some videos, you want to understand the performance, you want to understand the technology a little bit more, that's all available at thetradingroom.com. Until next time, guys, thanks for listening to this recording, and we'll see you guys next time.